y'all, this Miss Sanders coming to y'all with another video. I told you about the packet that we're going to do for the next 2 days, which is March the 13th and 14th, using random samples from 2 populations to draw conclusions. We are still at inferencing. This is our last one to draw inferences from. Please put your name, date, and the period on the paper. We're going to cross this out because, as you remember, this was the last page that we ended from, but this was the one that y'all was like, what do we do? And I was like, cross it out, but now we're doing it. All right, so we're going to compare and describe these distributions. So I know you've never seen this before, but this is a box plot. I'm going to tell you how to read it, and then I'm also going to tell you how to look at the distributions from them. So if you remember, let's go back to this. If you remember, we had 3 different types of data. It could be symmetrical, but that means it's pretty even. Of course, it doesn't have to be like extra even, but pretty even. Then we have some that is skewed left, which means like all the data is to the right, and that means it's skewed left. And then we can have data that is skewed right, which that means all the data is to the left. All right, so we'll keep this paper in mind. You can feel free to pause and make your own key so that you will have this throughout the entire video. All right, so let's look at this. So it's just saying compare the box plots and the data in the and describe the variation. So even though you don't know what a box plot is yet, I'm gonna give you some, some preliminary stuff, and then we'll just kind of go into it, and then you'll be able to create it for yourself in a minute. So this is always the minimum. The first dot is the minimum. The last dot is the maximum. The middle is the median. And then this dot here is the quartile 1, quartile 3, quartile 1, quartile 3. But what we're going to do is we're just going to look at it and see what it looks like first. Okay, so let's see if we're looking at the data on the top. Data on the top. All the data is over here. You can't really you can look at the box, but look at the data. Everything's over here. There's nothing over here. So this data is skewed. Well, it's kind of skewed to the left because, as you can see, the box here is over here. It's over here. So if the box is on the left.
Excuse the interruption. Caleb Jones, please report to Mrs. Miles immediately. Caleb Jones, please report to Dr. Miles.
Sorry, y'all know I'm recording at school and there are interruptions all the time. All right, so our box is over here to the left. And if we remember, if the data is over here to the left, then that means it's skewed right. So we'll say the top box is skewed right. But let's look at this box here. It's kind of like, look at that. Look at that. It's kind of perfectly in the middle. So the bottom box is symmetrical. I'm going to do one more with you so you can kind of look at it and see what you think. Okay. So let's look at the data on the top. The data on the top, all the data is to the left. It's to the left. So if it's to the left, what is it? It's skewed right. So we'll say top data, skewed right. And if we look at the bottom data, look at it, it's skewed to the left because all the data is on the right. So the bottom is skewed left. What I want you to do is turn the page, do number 3, 4, 5, and 6, and tell me, how do you think this data is skewed? You can pause the video at this time to do that and then pick it back up. All right, so now I'm going to actually teach you how to use this 5-number summary to create the box plot. So I kind of gave you a little bit of like insight a while ago, and I told you that the minimum is the first dot, the maximum is the last dot, the median is in the middle, and then our quartile 1, quartile 3. So let's see if we can create this box plot based on what we have. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to look at my smallest number and my largest number. So my smallest number is 1. My largest number is 15. And that goes for both of them. That goes for both of them. So this is going to be box plot 1, box plot 2. But we're going to put them on the same graph, just like we have here, 2 box plots. So let's do that. So first I'm going to draw my line. And if you want to start from 0, that's fine. Or if you want to start from the smallest number, which is 1, that's cool. But I'm going to go and count by ones all the way up till I get to the highest number, which is 15. So take a moment to do that. And I'm just going to take it, just a little bit further, just because I made it extra long. So here is my number line. I'm going to start with box 1. I'm going to look at my minimum first. Okay, my minimum is 4. And notice I'm going to draw it just a little bit above. Then I'm going to look at my maximum, and I'm going to kind of come over here. And the same line, my maximum is 12. So this is where my box is going to range from. I'm going to look at my median next, which is 8, because that's where my box is in the middle. So now I'm going to look at my Q1, which is 6. Then I'm going to look at my Q3, which is 10. And my Q1 through my Q3, that's where my box is. My Q1, median, and Q3, that's where my box is. So Q1, 6. My median, 8, and my Q3, 10. That's where my box is. Q1, median, and Q3. And then my arms, is what I call them, are here. Your IQR, of course, is just when you subtract your Q3 and your Q1. So 10 minus 6 is 4. But it does not have anything to do with how you draw your box in Whistler Plot. So let's look at your box 2. My smallest number is 1. My largest number is 15. So I'm going to find 1, and I'm going to bring it up here. Then I'm going to find 15. It's my maximum. And I'm going to bring it up here. So I have my minimum and my maximum. Now I'm going to look at my median, number 4, which is here. My median is where the middle of my box is. It doesn't matter if it's way over there. That's where the middle of your box is, because it's the median. Median, middle. Median, middle. So now I'm going to put my Q1, which is 3. Put my Q3, which is 7. And I'm going to draw my box. Because remember, my box is my Q1, which is 3, my my median, and my Q3. So now I have my arms, boom, and then I have that long arm over there. And that's how I draw it. And if you guess, yes, this is skewed left because all my data is on the right. And this is in the middle. This is symmetrical. This is symmetrical. So hopefully you saw that. What I want you to do is I want you to draw your box plots for number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I'm going to do one more for you because I know some of you like, Miss, that was just one. That was just one. That's okay. So let me do one more for you so I can model. This is going to be your box 1. This is going to be your box 2. We're going to draw a number line. And on our number line, we're going to find the smallest number and the greatest number. It just happened to be on box 1, but it could have been on box 2 like it was on the last one. That's okay. So now I'm going to start with 0, and I'm going to count by ones all the way till I get to 20, or however far I want to go. But I'm going to just try to stop at 20. Oh no, I need to extend my number line. So let me erase and extend my number line. Oh no, I'm gonna try. We got 19. We'll see what happens because I didn't have enough room, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. All right, so let's start with box 1. So box 1, my minimum is 0. My maximum is out here at 20. I gotta just kind of do an imaginary line. Hopefully, maybe you can extend yours and yours will be better than mine. Okay, and then I have my median at 15. Now my Q1 at 10. Now my Q3 at 17. So of course I know that the Q1, the median, and the Q1 are my box. It's my box. And then of course these are my arms. That one goes way out there and I can't do it, and this one goes here. All right. I can already tell this is skewed to the left because all my data is on the right. So now let's look at box 2. Smallest number is 3. Biggest number is 17. So I'm going to put 17. Biggest number is 3. I got my Q1 at 8. Median 10. And Q3 at 11. So this is my box. Boom. All right, and then I'm going to draw my arms. Boom. And you don't have to draw that line in the middle. I just do. It just helps me with my life. All right. So this one's kind of in the middle. It's in the middle. Like this distance is kind of almost the same as that distance. So this one is symmetrical. This one is skewed to the left because all the data is on the right. So I'm going to use the next 3, 4, 5, and 6. You show me what you got. And I can't wait to see what you have answered. Please feel free to pause the video at this point. All right, so this is what we have done. So I'm not gonna go through and explain this, but what I will do is let you know you're gonna use this dot plot right here. We've done dot plots over the last couple days. I'm gonna read this. The Cupcake Cupboard recently added 2 new flavors of cupcakes to their section. Mocha and cinnamon. Look at that. Mocha is in zeros. Cinnamon is in X's. The store randomly selected 20 customers and asked them to rate the flavors on a scale of 0 to 100. So here's our scale. 0 to 100. The results of the survey is shown on this dot plot. So this is what people, so somebody rated the Mocha 10. Somebody rated them, 2 of them rated the Mochas 20. 3 of them rated the Mochas 30. 2 of them rated the Mochas 40, and 2 of them rated the Mochas 50 because the Mochas is the circles. Now we have the cinnamon. 2 of them rated it 70, 4 of them rated it 80, and 3 of them rated it 90, and 1 of them rated it 100, and that's the cinnamon. So what you're going to do is you're going to describe the distribution of each set. You're going to look at them and say, hey, is the cinnamon more skewed to the left? Is the mocha more skewed to the right? Are they symmetrical? You got to look at it and see for yourself. So write it down. What is the mocha? What is the cinnamon? And tell me how is it the distribution. Then determine the mean. So remember, we have to add up all the numbers. Divide them by the total number. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mochas, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cinnamons. So add them up and then divide by 10 because that's how many we have. Then you're going to compare the shapes, spreads, and measures for each flavor. I don't think I want you to do this yet because I want you to do it with me so I can make sure that it is correct. I do want you to turn the page, and then I want you to do the same thing with this chart and do the distribution, and then I want you to do the mean, but I do not want you to do the shape spread. I do not want you to do number 6. So find the distribution. Is it centered? Is it skewed left? Is it skewed right? And then cross out number D. Then turn in my work. All right, I'll see you in the next video.